Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Welcome back, one and all, to Trails in the Sky. Holy shit, shit's getting real. Ritter Road Monster 2. The Bloody Saber. Yeah, we need to go do that. We're going to the Ritter Roadway anyway. Holy shit, the military might be involved with these black soldiers in black armor. I don't have time for this shit. Ah.
Come on. Come on.
Attack Doberman.
You're finished.
You fuckhead. Joshua, not a good time to miss. That proved to be kind of irritating. Anyway, we need to go confront the army with the information that the frickin' airship that flew off with Professor Russell went over their airspace. Lieutenant, you got some splaining to do. Check out the size of the base. It's got to be several times as big as Hacken Gate. Yeah, you're right. It was apparently the primary base of the counteroffensive in the war 10 years ago. What is it? Nothing. It's just that you're not acting like your usual timid self. You're starting to remind me of Dad. Oh, come on, it's not like I'm always nervous. But after the General Morgan, how bad can it be? Good point. I swear to God, if it's General Morgan, I'm gonna laugh. Identify yourselves. Probably a speaker. This is Lestian Fortress headquarters of the Liberal Armed Forces. This place is off limits to civilians. I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave. No, they sound polite. Yeah, I think they're just being cautious. Can you two hear me? We're not civilians. We're from the Bracer Guild. We're here to discuss matters of the central lab being attacked. Could we please speak with the individual in charge? Are you actual bracers then? If you don't believe us, then you can expect our emblems. You can see them, right? Indeed, you appear to be the genuine thing. However, I regret to inform you that the CO in this base is currently away. Perhaps you can come back another day. No commanding officer? That sounds sloppy. If that's the case, anyone from the intelligence division will suffice. We have information that must go to either Colonel Richard or Captain Amalthea. Very well. Major Sid, please forgive me for making you wait. I am Major Sid, Garrison Commander of the Fortress. I am Estelle Bright, and this is of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright, also of the Guild. Bright? Something wrong? Nothing, pardon me. On to business. You mentioned the attack on the Central Labs. I'm very sorry, but no one from the Intelligence Division is currently here. If you'd have a message, I can deliver it. That could be a problem. We have an airship we have a lead on the airship tied to the crime. You what? What? Why do you look so surprised, Major? It's nothing. We've just been searching for it too. What is this lead? Look at this. This is the Lestian Fortress. How did you get this picture? Now, no need to get worked up. Look at the top right corner of the picture. Let me see. What the? That's obviously not the silhouette of a military patrol ship, is it? And it's a spitting image for the airship that took away the professor. Indeed, this is a grave matter. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll send this to the Intelligence Division straight away. Huh? Wait a minute, is that it? Was what it? I mean, you don't think that's weird? Why would the suspect's airship be hanging around here of all places? It's embarrassing to admit, but I'm afraid that it's entirely my fault. We've been aggressively searching along the border, so security wasn't as tight at home as it should have been. And if this airship fled to the north, it's possible that this whole matter may have been a plot by the Empire. Really? I'd like to know just one thing. Where exactly are all of the intelligence personnel right now? Classified. I can't say more. Okay, now maybe it's just me, but don't you think it's all funny? This smells kind of funny. I know. But without any concrete evidence, pursuing this lead won't do any good. Huh? What the? What? Why did it stop short? What? Did the phenomenon start up again? Joshua, that's exactly what we needed. It seems I've let you see us at our worst. It looks like the gate mechanism isn't in its best conditions. Indeed, that's a real problem. Maybe you could get some folks from the Central Labs out to repair it. I'll bet that someone like Professor Russell could have it good as new in no time flat. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. You two, maintain post here until it's back in working order. Be sure to keep careless civilians away. Sir, yes, sir. Understood. That said, you two can be on your way. I'll be certain to take that photograph to the Intelligence Division. Now, if you'll pardon me. Okay. Somehow I find it hard to believe a word that guy said. Especially if that little malfunction we just saw is what I think it is. Yeah, it was probably that same phenomenon. Which would mean the professor is being held prisoner inside. Shh, Estelle. This isn't the place to discuss that. Okay. For now, let's get back to Zeiss and see what Kalika has to say. So, the military's corrupt. What a shock. Miss Dorothy's photograph and the shutdown of the orbital power in the gate. Those two things combined make the conclusion inescapable. But the Central Factory and the Royal Army have always been in excellent relations. And now I'm expected to believe this? Oh, there's Agate and Tita. It's not as if the internal command structure of the military is run by a single entity. The people who attacked the factory were seen escaping, and they looked like Royal Guardsmen. That itself is a clue. Oh, and that would mean the Royal Guardsmen could be set up. Could be behind the whole thing. Well, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but I think it's more likely this is a frame job. There may be some form of internal conspiracy within the army. That is unpleasant to think about. But how could the professor get caught up in something like this? Sounds like you've had a lead on our friendly neighborhood criminals. I love how they were there before the door opened. And yes, I know it's because it's all blown up and expanded outward. They were already there, off screen, off in the brackets. This is meant to be played on a PlayStation Portable, not on a big HD computer monitor. Glad to see you're back on your feet. Yeah, I just woke up a little while ago. It was a little weird waking up in a strange place after being put to bed by some baby. Oh, for the love of... Everyone was worried about you, alright? Are you sure you're okay with moving around so soon? Yeah, sleeping so damn much didn't give me any other option than to recover. I'm feeling pretty much back to normal. But Agate, you should probably rest some more. You just got the poison out of your system and the doctor said enough. I said I'm fine. I've been training for years. It's not that rough on someone like me. Alright, I get it. I won't overdo it or anything until I'm back to normal. That cool with you? Okay. Damn kids. He's got a soft spot for the squirt. Even the mighty Agate is no match for Tita. So this is where his soft spot with Tita comes from. As we saw in Cold Steel 3 and 4, it's clear that he cared quite a lot about Tita. I guess it's hard to say no to someone who kept a constant vigil over you and nursed you back to health. Ah, shut up. Getting back to the point, it looks like it's been a whole lot while I've been out of commission. Mind filling me in? Sure. I still can't believe that Grandpa's in there. I wouldn't have thought these goons in black clothes were army types either. And suddenly, I'm feeling better than ever. Let's say we go and settle the debts. Settle our debts? Ain't it obvious? We sneak into the fortress. We bust the professor out and they'll never know what hit him. Like settling everything in one big stroke. I'm afraid it's not that simple. The Bracer Guild has a long-standing policy of non-intervention when it comes to the nation's military. Article 3 of the Guild Note. Bracers and non-involvement in the military or political matters. Bracers and non-involvement. I think it's supposed to be bracers are non-involvement in military or political matters. That is a typo. A bracer will recognize the nation's sovereignty and may not interfere with nor arrest any person of the national, military, or political standing. Or, to put it simply, as long as the army is playing dumb about this, our hands are tied. You've got to be kidding. That doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. That's why the Bracer Guilds are able to act in Calvard, Liberal, and the Empire. Because they recognize, while they are an international mercenary guild, they recognize the sovereignty of a nation. They handle small things. They can't really do much beyond that. You mean that we can witness a crime, but if it's done by a soldier or politician, we have to just pretend we didn't see anything? Essentially, yes. There is, however, a loophole. Article 2 of the Guild says, Bracers and their duty to the people. In the event of an unjust implement of citizens, the Bracer's sworn duty is to bear the responsibility of the citizens' safety. You understand the significance of this? I see. The professor is not a politician or a soldier. He's a civilian, whom we've been sworn to protect. So then, the rest hinges upon you, Mr. Murdoch. In this case, we are obligated to oppose the Royal Army and save Professor Russell. Will you help us? That's a stupid question. The factory needs him. Ah, hell, all of Liberl needs him. Go get him. Mr. Murdoch, thank you, thank you, thank you. No need to thank me. I owe Professor Russell all he's taught me. And so adequate jurisdiction to proceed. Bracers, Agate, Estelle, and Joshua. Go fuck them up. You are hereby ordered to proceed to the Lessian Fortress and rescue Professor Russell. It is not as above broad as you may be accustomed to, but it is as the request of the Bracer Guild nevertheless. Acknowledged. Bring it on! If we're doing this, we have to figure out how we're getting in there. Lessian Fortress is a pretty damn famous for being impossible to break into. That's true. It's easy to say that we're going to do it, but putting it into practice is going to take some serious planning. There has to be some way of getting inside. Unfortunately, security there is nigh unto perfect. Approaching from the lake would likely be impossible since it's monitored by a network of sensors. Figures. And a frontal assault would be tantamount to suicide. Mr. Murdoch? You know that orange airship that goes into Lessian Fortress? Yes. It makes periodic stops to inspect the equipment at the fort to make it perform properly. Is there any way we could sneak into the fortress on it? No. All the crew members go through security and check as soon as they land. It's impossible just to sneak away. How about stowing away in the cargo? No good. Each container is scanned with a biosensor for living creatures, and they check each and every one. Plus, those sensors were designed by Russell himself. They can even pick up one little mouse in a huge mass of stuff. Damn! Oh! What is it, sweetie? Don't you remember? Grandpa's invention from when I was showing you around. It blocks sensors. It produces a field that can disrupt biosensors. We've already tested it, and it works! What? Really? I had no idea that the professor had ever made something like that. Where is this device? It's right where he left it, in his laboratory. Then we have no time to lose. Hurry and retrieve the device. In the meantime, I will gather and collect data where I can on Lessian Fortress. Yeah, because these expired. Whatever. Let's see if I can't make some more quartz while I'm over at the... over here. Aerial and lightning. Okay, let's get to his lab. Now, where's the damn thing? It's gotta be here somewhere. Maybe in the corner of the lab on the second floor archives? That's where Grandpa usually tosses stuff from his old inventions. Eccentric old coot. But whatever. Let's just find the damn thing. I like the fact that Agate's got a soft spot for Tito. That's just kind of cute. Found it. Like, I like the fact that he's actually being a lot nicer to her now. So this is where where the soft spot for Tita came from. We're back, Kalika, and we have the device. I also finished my preparations. Now, what I'm about to show you is not to be spoken of to anyone else. Well, would you look at that? These are schematics for the fortress. It sure is big. I think Grandpa's in there somewhere. Isn't the layout of the fort a military secret? How did the guild get its hands on this? The guild has ways of obtaining information. It is best for you to not know. The Bracer Guild is much more complex organization than it appears to be. And you would do well to remember that. Okay. I don't think I need to remind you that this is an exceptionally unique case. Relations between the army and the guild have traditionally been excellent and liberal, even relative to the surrounding nations. It is absolutely crucial that we not cause any ill will. The guild can ill afford hostilities with the army. Do I make myself clear, Agate? Yeah, I guess. If I see the men in black clothes, they're going to have a hot date with the business end of my sword. Hello, bird. Soldier or not, I've been looking for them for so long that I think they'd be offended if I didn't kick their asses. Do what you must. I just ask that you take no lives. Estelle and Joshua, legally, I should not entrust the task to junior bracers. Whoa, wait a second. I don't like where this you're driving at. We're already a part of this. Allow us to see it through to the end. I thought you might say that, and I don't intend to stand in your way. But it must be said that you answer to Zeiss. As such, if worst comes to worst, I will accept full responsibility for your actions. Kalika, I'm sorry we've caused you so much trouble. Now then, Tita, since you're not a bracer, I have no authority over you. But are you truly set on your course? Yes, ma'am. What? What's all this about? You don't mean... I'm the only one who knows how to operate the device. So, I'm going with you. What? Well, it is a very complicated orbment. I'm sorry. I don't want to cause any trouble, but I have to go too. You gotta be shitting me. Listen, Pipsqueak, I ain't hearing this crap. What in the hell are we supposed to do with a kid on a mission this dangerous? But, you need me to operate the device. Then forget the idea. We'll find another way to sneak in. Alright, enough, lighten up. Why are you so damn stubborn? You want to run that by me again? Tita's ready, and she said she wants to help. And her help will make it easier for us to sneak in. All that improves our chances of getting the professor out safely. I want to know why you're against it now of all times, you little... Have you even thought about her being a civilian? A kid, besides that. And you're really okay with putting her in danger? I don't like it any more than you do. But we'll keep her safe. We're bracers. You talk a big game for a rookie. And what does experience have to do with this? Bracers aren't the only ones who feel that some people are worth protecting. Isn't supporting that ideal what we're supposed to be all about? Stell, Joshua. Agate, I'm sorry that I made you so mad. But my grandpa is everything to me. All I want is for him to be okay. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he is. Besides, you helped me when I needed it. So let me do the same for you. I swear, I'll be good and I'll follow orders. Please. Sweetie. I didn't realize you put this much thought into it. I don't buy it. If you really want to help us out that badly, without getting in our way, then follow orders and stay here. But we really don't have any other way to get in there. I'd rather not do this. Truth be told, I can think of a few thousand things I'd rather do. but I'll let it slide this once. Thank you, Agate. You have no reason to thank me. You fall behind, you get left behind. Just to let you know. Alright. I swear, one of these days, by the goddess, you're a jerk. We can't just be nice and appreciate what she's saying. Settle down, Estelle. He's just the type who speaks colorfully when he's embarrassed. It's a defense mechanism. Both of you shut up. Now I trust that the matter is settled. Let's do it. Agate is definitely protective of Tita. Like, it's clear that he's protective of the child, of this girl. He doesn't want her to get hurt. Lostel, look down. Oh. Do we have to jump? No, we don't. What the? They're just gonna move the thing over. I don't know how much mind I have left to blow. You probably have a little more left than I do. And all of this, it's all... I know. It's all Professor Russell's handiwork. Tita, your grandfather is something else. I couldn't agree more. Thanks for waiting, guys. Oh, it's this guy. Howdy, Tita. I already heard about everything from Murdoch. Hard to believe what happened to the professor. Guess it's up to us to help him out. Thank you. Thanks. We owe you. Not at all. I'm the one who owes Professor Russell. Okie dokie. We're ready to go. Ready for liftoff? Let's fuck him up. I'm counting on you, Bracers. Wait! Oh, Dorothy. What a head rush! Dorothy? Oh, Chief. Were Stella and crew aboard that last ship? How did you know? The guild tipped me! And there's a big trouble brewing. If what my editor told me rings true, I wanted to let them know before they left. What kind of trouble? I shuddered to think of how much worse the situation can get. Well, this is totally off the record. But it seems that some members of the Royal Guardsmen in Gransel were just arrested for treason. What? Oh, okay, so... Oh, this woman frustrates me, but I also love her all the same. I love Dorothy. I love this woman. This container's where y'all can hide. I hope all of you are real close friends. It's gonna be a tight squeeze with 4 people. It looks big enough. It's only half full inside. It's only half as big as it looks on the inside. Gotta have cargo in there for the camouflage's sake. Think of yourselves like filling it for a donut. That's not encouraging. We'll be fine. It's only a matter of time, a matter of how you approach the situation. It'll get the job done, but I wouldn't want to take the vacation in there. Alright. Say, man. You've got orbment facilities here and everything. A real off-kilter, so we want to change things up. We have an onboard factory of sorts. You're welcome to make use of it. I'll go too. My orbment could use a little tune-up after all. This way, Agate. He's got a soft spot for the kid. I like that. Weston Fortress is 30-minute flights. Won't be too comfortable in that container. You ought to get some rest while you can. So, like I read in the liberal news, the frickin' butler was Gilbert Stein. Gilbert Stein is a recurring character. He's kind of a pompous idiot, but he's also kind of comedic. Don't take him too seriously. G'day! I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. I guess just go talk to people. Okay, yeah, just talk to everyone, then go get some air. Look how high up we are. It's been a really long time since I was on an airship. No kidding, we didn't exactly have time to go sightseeing on the Sky Bandit ship. Not that this even really compares. We're in an exponentially more dangerous situation now that when we were at that point. We need to stay alert. There's no telling what might happen. Yeah, I know what you mean. I still have a hard time wrapping my head around the idea of something like this happening in Liberl. Feels like the start of something big. My thoughts exactly. The Sky Bandits and those men in black were manipulating the mayor of Round behind the scenes. If we can learn more about them, then we should have a solid lead. Not to mention, why Dad disappeared like that. Yeah. And while we're saving the professor, we can look around for clues. Okay, that ought to do it. The metal part of the slot containers got loose. Anyone ever tell you you're a busybody? If I wanted mods that simple, I could do it myself. But hey, thanks. You're welcome. Oh, by the way, how are you feeling? I hope you don't feel all yucky. Yeah, I'm fine. You really don't have to worry. If you really want to worry about someone, worry about yourself. Now's the time to back out if you still want to. Don't get me wrong. I ain't telling you not to come. It's just, aren't you scared? Huh? Even though we're doing this for the old man, we're still breaking into a military base. Most kids would piss themselves at the idea of doing something this major. So how come you're all carefree about it? Well, I'm really scared out of my mind. But I've got Joshua and Estelle with me, and you're here. Not being alone makes it easier, so I don't have to think about how scared I am. Maybe that's a little stupid. A little? Try incredibly. Anyway, worrying is just a waste of time. Sorry. Can I ask you something? Where'd this come from? I was just wondering. Who's Miska? Who's Miska? How do you know that name? You called me that while you were poisoned. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. It's nothing to be ashamed of. She's my kid sister. Oh, your big brother? How old is she? Older than me? Sort of. I guess she would be around your age. I guess you haven't seen her in a long time? Work keeps me busy. I only go home about once a year. What's that supposed to mean? I just think that if I had a big brother, I'd want to be with him all the time. I bet she feels the same. Really. Well, you might be right. If I was more reliable, maybe I would be with her. Huh? We'll be landing at the Leston Fortress soon. All bracers to the cargo hold. Well, that's the time. Hi, Estelle. Didn't you hear the announcement? We'll be arriving soon. Yeah. I'm all done getting ready. Did you get everything you need, sweetie? Yep, you betcha. Even tested the timing. Let's do it. The music just got intense. Good, you're here. Looks like we've got everything set up. I've done disguising the container. If you open it up, you'll see these plates are used for fixing ship holes. There's another door on this side. You can't tell when it's closed. Hey, that's pretty cool. This ought to fool the biosensor and allow us to sneak in. So, all that's left for you to do is pile in. You folks ready? Let's do it. Man, this is cramped if you don't get it exactly right. Estelle, are you okay? I'm fine! She's flustered. There we go. Turn your head this way. Okay. Oh! Joshua? I don't know about holding this pose. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Otherwise, we'll never get all four of us in here. Sorry, Estelle. Ah, Tita, you're all warm and snuggly. You even smell kind of sweet. Hey, don't hug so tight. I can't. It's kind of hard to breathe. It's not that bad, is it? Oh my, what squishable cheeks you have. Ugh. Quit playing around. Okay, now I'm getting nervous. Hey kids, make a little room. Oof. There, is that too cramped? No, I'm okay. I can hold out. Don't be stubborn. If it's too uncomfortable, just say so. Okay. Okay, man, we're set. Gotcha. I'll close the door. I'll make sure we unload this container ASAP. Just be patient and stay calm. Major Sid, I'm here as per your request. Hello, Chief Gustav. I'm sorry to make you come all this way. That said, however, I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting you to get here so soon. The Royal Military is one of my best customers. You folks are always priority. Not to mention, the order sounded urgent. I already finished maintenance on the patrol ship. Did you need something? Nothing significant, just the usual matters. Ah yes, I heard about the attack on the Central Labs. I've recently come into possession of a clue which may help you wrap up this within a matter of a few days. Excellent. Professor Russell is one of our greatest inspirations and benefactors. I just hope he hasn't been injured. No, you can relax on that score. I can be sure. It seems that the abductors are demanding a ransom for his return. That would suggest that he's unharmed, so I don't think that's a concern. I see. Well, looks like the Royal Armed Forces have this well under control. Plan to do another check? I trust you, but regulations must be adhered to. Grunts, get to work. Nothing unusual. Clear. I'm picking up an anomaly on the sensors. Looks like it's a lie, whatever it is. What? What is this, maintenance chief? Hey, now, I have no idea. Are you sure your equipment is working? Of course it is. It's a Central Lab-made biosensor. If you say so, it's probably just a mouse. Hardly worth such a fuss over. Regulations are regulations. Open the container. Alright, open up. What? It's the cat. Oh, that's just Antoine. When did you sneak off? So, what's with the cat? His name's Antoine. He lives at the Central Labs. I guess he snuck onto the ship. He certainly gave me a shock. False alarm. I suppose that can't blame a cat for being a cat. Hey, you. If you like it here, you're welcome to stay for a while. Hey, now, don't tempt him. I think I'm getting the cold shoulder. Too bad. Still, that biosensor is a pretty impressive piece of work. If not for it, Antoine would have been packed away in storage. Well, it is a central lab make. Alright, check the other containers. I appreciate your efforts. We'll bring the containers in tomorrow. You can return to the barracks. Pardon me, Major. But how long is the current emergency command structure expected to last? That's right. We're Army, sir. Why do we have to associate with them? It's not that I don't understand what you're getting at, but it is not a place for a soldier to question orders. Besides, you never know who's watching. Discretion is a must at all times. Yes, sir. Understood. I feel guilty. Major, I have intel to report. Captain Amalthea has come and wishes to speak with you. I see, very well. I suppose we'll have to see what the little vixen has to say. Oh, I can't feel my legs. You okay, Tita? Yeah, just a little fuzzy in the head. But I'm glad we got the equipment to work. Nice job. It was a tight situation. Literally. But you stepped up. Thank you, Agate. But Antoine showing up like that really spooked me. Yeah, he was right in the next container over. I thought we'd been discovered. I think the chief put him there on purpose. That false alarm got the soldiers to relax. He kept a cool head, though. That does sound like something he would do. Definitely not a man to mess with. Alright, we ought to get moving. We're somewhere close to the port. We need a plan, or else we'll never find the professor. Estelle, check the map and tell me which way we should go. Why are you asking me? Call it a test of how observant you are. Time is short. Going to the barracks would be a bad idea. We'd get caught. Command center is where the Major and Amalthea will be. Likely to be the research wing. Well, color me surprised. Just leave it to me. Great job, kid, but don't get cocky. Oh, that's a Star Wars reference! What's your take, Joshua? I agree with her. Since it's a standalone facility, it's probably the best place to make use of the professor's talents. I think you're right. Get the professor and head for the wharf. Let's do it. Here at the main gate. I think this will be the main gate. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I know them. So they are here. The airship from the tower. I thought they must be military. They look nothing like the regular soldiers. They're probably a special forces here to practice covert operations. It's no wonder they're so tough. So is my grandpa there? It's looking more and more likely. But if we try to take them on here, we'll have a rough time. You're right. We can cause a disturbance. If we cause a disturbance, we'll get swarmed. Isn't there some way we can get inside without getting spotted? Maybe a back door? I thought I saw something move. Don't get too close to him. No, iron bars over the windows. If we make a noise, this will get tougher. Oh! Jackpot. Huh? But yeah, he's in there. I can't really thank you enough, Professor Russell. You son of a bitch! Your work on finding a means over controlling this gospel is a great help. On behalf of the Intelligence Division, I extend my deepest gratitude. I should have known that you were behind all this. Colonel Richard, Chief of Intelligence. Hard to believe that you once served under Cassius. Ah, yes. You and he were friends, if my memory serves me correctly. Actually, been looking for him, actually. Although we've yet to pin him down his exact location. If you have some idea of where to base a search, we'd be happy to have that information. I don't know. Not that I'd even tell you. Well, no matter. If perchance the gospel were to have been delivered into his hands, then I'm afraid it would have presented a problem. However, even if he were here to show his face now, he would have no means of stopping this current. The Black Orbment, or gospel as you call it. I just want to know what you plan to do with it. Scratch that. First and foremost, I want to know where you even acquired something like this. I imagine my source would rather have their identity be kept secret. Our intentions, well, they'll become relevant soon enough. At this time, Professor, we'll be happy to release you. All I ask you to do is wait. And you're just going to let a witness to your crime go free? I assume then that you intend to do something on a grand scale. I'll leave the particulars to your fertile imagination. That said, come the dawn when everything is realized, you will assist in our research. This invention will bring liberal riches like none have ever seen before. Not interested. Please, Professor, allow him to finish before you give your answer. It would be truly a pity if she were to come to some peril, and you were unable to help her. You threaten her to get to me? Captain Amalthea. It looks like your renowned powers of persuasion are not as elegant as they once were. Pardon me, then. One might say that she has a unique sense of humor. I don't want any misunderstandings between us. But you must understand that we are only soldiers. You have my word that no civilians will be involved. Save for you, of course. So you're doing this out of some twisted sense of patriotism. Then this black orbment that can shut down orbital power. That's your plan, is it? Pardon me. Ah, hello, Lieutenant. The Colonel is presently at a meeting. He wants no interruptions. No, it's alright. Give your report, Lieutenant. Lawrence. You know, maybe they shouldn't have revealed his identity this soon, considering he hasn't been named yet. Just calling him Lieutenant would have been fine. There's been activity on Gransel. The White Wings were caught in the net just as you planned. My goodness. Check and mate. Now, Professor, if you'll please excuse me. Major Sid, see to that the Professor and make sure he's comfortable. Yes, sir. Why is a colonel giving the major orders? The major would be... Never mind. I can get you anything. I can set up with any of the standard amenities. I'm fine. I used to believe that you were one different from the others. That you were a good, upstanding man. Apparently I overestimated you. I'm sorry. But you've been abducted by rebels, you see. Rebels against the Queen. Nameless, unknown rebels. Stress that fact, and I might even let you write a letter to your granddaughter. Get out of my sight! Sid feels guilty about this. So Colonel Richard was the man behind all this? Plus it looks like he wants to find Dad. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. And who was the masked man? Of course that bastard would show up. And there he goes. Grand plans. But what will come of them? Now, things have gotten interesting. I really wanted to settle the score with him. But we've got a job to do, and that takes precedence. Since the window's a no-go, we'll have to deal with we'll have to take out the guards. Let's make it quick and clean. Right. Alright, Joshua, are you listening? Estelle, are you okay? Snap out of it. It's not like you to freeze up. Sorry, I spaced out. Are you feeling okay? It's fine. Wait to take out the guards by the entrance. Let's move on. Hey, fuckheads, you want to fight? I really wanted to be part of that black part of Gransel. But no, I'm left here guarding an old man. You guys are fucking assholes. We do so much for the kingdom, and for our dream, all in the Colonel's name, such is the life of the Intelligence Division Special Operations. I suppose we're the Colonel's hands and eyes. And if you ask me, you're the Colonel's ass. What? It can't be. Agate Krosner. Too damn slow.
Prepare to meet your fate!
That's that. Let's move out.
That was smooth as butter. Sucks to be you. It's no fun when someone gets back at you for making a fool out of him. It's no good. It's not good to carry a grudge, you know. Now it's a race against time. We have to get the professor out of here quickly. So you're back. And no, I told you I don't want it. Grandpa! Tita? I must be dreaming. Grandpa! Oh, thank goodness you're okay. This isn't a dream. And you lot. Hey, Professor, you don't look like you're feeling so hot. The factory chief Murdoch asked us to come and get you out of here. I'm impressed. You actually snuck in here. So much like your father. Not a lick of common sense between the two of you. Hey, old man. Sorry to interrupt your little vacation, but we need to get you out of here. Get ready for a jailbreak. We don't have a lot of time. Who are you? You look like you came in the wrong side of the barn. I can tell that. At least you have the head like a chicken. What? A chicken? Say that again, you old geezer. Nice one, Professor. Grandpa, you shouldn't say mean things like that. This is Agate. He's a senior bracer over Joshua and Estelle. Ah, well, now I had no idea. Couldn't think of it. I think I've heard Cassius mention your name before. Something about a bad seed who has always been sulking about one thing or another, I believe. I'm about this far from wringing your neck, old man. Calm down. Professor, we'll have to save your explanations for later. For now, we need to get you out of here. Is there anything you want to bring with you? Can we carry the capital unit? If we leave it behind, I know these fools will just misuse it again. Yeah, it happens. It's our fault that you two got caught up in this to begin with. For the love of Adios, we don't have time for speeches. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Get your asses in gear. Move as fast as the old man slipped disc will let you. Very clever. I haven't let any young man beat me yet, and I'm not about to start now. Come on, both of you. Okay. Back down through the grass. Think we're just gonna let you escape? It appears we have an intruder. Get out there and start searching. Platoons 1 through 4 will go to the airship port and the docks to establish a blockade. 5, 6, 7 will search the barracks, watchtower, and research facilities. Platoon 8 will accompany me to the headquarters. That is all. Yes, sir. Wow, they are not very observant, are they? Nothing personal.
Prepare to meet your doom. Piece of cake.
What was that noise? Intruders? More coming. Back to the research. Getting through the airship port to the wharf isn't gonna be easy. We'll have to find another route. So... So we're here at the research wing. At the command center. Actually, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Down this way. Oh, cells. The Capua family? Hey, do you think it's getting awfully noisy outside? Sounds like someone breaking in. Who's breaking in? No one's allowed to break in till we break out. Easy, bro. You know your simple little escape plan never, won't ever... Oh, it's the it's the Capua. It's like a dungeon. You guys are... You're those punks from before. Well, long time no see. Oh, okay, you guys are being held here. How have you been? We don't need your damn pity. The only thing you're good for is handling a pole air for brains. Geez, I was just trying to be polite. If it'll make you feel any better, insult me all you like. What? Don't try to play it cool. I'm assuming you know them? They're the Capua Sky Bandits. They hijacked that airliner. Ah, I heard stories about them. They use a high-powered airship. It's an Imperial make, but I'm curious about the specs. Yeah, top speed is 2,300 sludge per hour. Era, why should I have to answer your questions? Aren't we petty? Grandpa, I don't think this is the right time to be asking that kind of stuff. Wait a damn minute. Are you the bracer? Why are you bracers here in the first place? Are you the cause of the siren? Sorry we intruded. No fair! You're the intruders, right? Let us out of here! That was a surprise. Come to think of it, those guys have a connection to the Men in Black. They got arrested by Colonel Richard, which means Colonel's trumping it up as one of his accomplishments. And maybe Mayor Dalmore used a similar fashion. And yet, I'm somehow just can't seem to muster any sympathy for him. We're wasting time. We've got to get another escape route. I was thinking get them out and use their airship. Oh, I thought I was gonna make a break for the boys. I gotta kick their asses. Major Sid. I knew it. Lock it. Just be on the safe side. Why is he helping us? What are you planning? You're the commanding officer. Didn't Colonel Richard order you to keep me locked up? I'm sorry about that. He's already seized control of the armed forces by using his position as intelligence division. And the main generals were given the choice of obeying him or being imprisoned. General Morgan refused to obey him, and as such has been imprisoned at the Hacken Gate. That stubborn old man? This is getting serious. What the hell? I figured things were bad, but not that bad. When did the military structure get that fragile? Unfortunately, observance of military regulations have been breaking down ever since the end of the war. Particularly since the top brass hasn't stopped embezzling and accepting bribes. Colonel Richard just took advantage of the situation. I see. So he was able to make use of the military's existing corruption and weakness to seize control. Exactly. With General Morgan in custody, that leaves Colonel Richard as the man in charge of the entire armed forces. That still doesn't make sense because pretty sure a major outranks a colonel. I'll have to put it on screen if that's the case. What about Queen Alicia? Doesn't Supreme Command of the Army rest with the Queen? Seriously enough, Queen Alicia has kept silent on the matter. The Royal Guardsmen are actually being sought for questioning on suspicion of treason. What? Lieutenant Schwarz, too? The attack at the Central Factory has been pinned by the Royal Guardsmen. There's even a photographic evidence, as I understand it. Dorothy's pictures. That just doesn't sound right. The factory was all messed up and Grandpa was kidnapped. Agate was almost killed. You can't just go around blaming people for something like that. I really don't know what to tell you. You never disobey a direct order from a superior officer. But since I never voiced my objections, the fault still lies with me. I know this will not make up for what I've done, but I was hoping it would go in some way to atone for my actions. You've had a tough time of it, ain't you? Well, if all that what you said is true, then I suppose I can forgive and forget. I've been prepared to brain you with a wrench and soften it up pretty hard. Soften up that hard head. Pity. I'm sorry. Grandpa, it was a joke, dear. Okay, I've got everything. But what are you planning to do now? Are you planning on hiding us until the heat dies down? No, I have a better solution. There's a way you can escape the fortress through this room. Secret passageway? Very astute, boy. Whoa. Makes sense for a military control room. Not bad at all. This emergency escape hatch leads to an underground aqueduct. There's a boat set up there you should be able to use to escape. Legally, even my telling civilians about this would net me 10 years in prison. But if military regulations won't forgive me, I think Adios probably will. Major, we'll use it. I'll go down first, then the old man and Tita. Stella and Joshua, watch our backs. Got it. Roger. You mean when we met at the front gate? Yes, as soon as I heard your last name. After all, you are the children of Colonel Cassius Bright. You mean my dad had a rank that high? Richard may be a colonel now, but he served under your father. Your dad is a real hero. It was thanks to his efforts that we were able to defeat Erebonia in the war 10 years ago. Being you are his children, I'm not surprised that you found out the truth and came to help the professor. But he never said anything about being a hero. Are you okay, Major? The intruders have been spotted in the dungeon. The likely place for them to be is the central headquarters. Your orders, sir? Crap. Acknowledged. I'll be right there. So put the faculty on high alert. Facility. Go. Okay. That scared the living daylights out of me. What's the deal with that slide? Looks like it's some kind of secret waterway. Let's catch up. You're here. This way. You're late. What took so long? Just a conversation about my dad. Sorry for the holdup. Let's go. Well, this got fucking heavy. Military's corrupt. It's not that surprising, honestly. I managed to make it out. Looks like they haven't started patrolling over here yet. Major Sid may be keeping them busy. If we waste time here, we're probably going to have to deal with the pursuit force. We've got to get the professor somewhere safe. Stell, Joshua, it's okay. You don't need to worry. I promise. We'll be here to protect both of you. No. You two fall back. Huh? What do you mean? The intelligence division knows my face all too well by now. Same goes for Tita and the old man. They've got no idea you two are involved, unless old cat Sid blabs. So I'm getting you out of here. And taking them with me. We'll lay low for a while somewhere safe. Agate? I understand. The fewer people implicated in this, the better. In fact, I never wanted Tita to get wrapped in this in the first place. I think about them taking hostages to force cooperation. It makes the most sense for us both to get out of here. Grandpa. Whoa, wait just a damn minute. How can you ask us to turn your backs on you just to keep ourselves safe? That's totally bonkers. We could never agree to that. Right, Joshua? Actually, I agree with Agate. What? According to the theory of retreat and cover, the more people there are together, the greater chance of detection. Which means that Agate will stand a better chance of helping them get out on his own. I understand how you feel, but for now, we really need to do what Agate says. Nice, Joshua. Exactly what I was getting at. Now, I need you to be a good girl and withdraw. Wait, I get your idea, in theory. Stell. I don't agree, but I can see it written all over your face. So, how about I send you on my own important mission instead? Something I certainly can't do myself. First, I want you to go to Grancel. Then I want you to speak with Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. What's this about? The aforementioned Black Orbment. It originally somehow fell into Colonel Richard's hands. He referred to it as the Gospel, as in religious teachings. That's certainly an ominous sounding name. Apparently this Gospel was taken from the Intelligence Division, but by whom, I don't know. However, after that, I'd wager that it was properly sent out in a package addressed to Gaseous. However, Intelligence caught wind of our little blackout from before. They must have realized that Black Orbit was involved. And here in Zeiss, I suspect that this was their true objective in taking the factory. They came to retrieve this Gospel. Really. I see. That explains a lot. Colonel Richard has some kind of plan to use that Gospel. Unless I miss my guess, something very bad is coming. Her Majesty must be informed of this at once. You mean the shutdown of orbital power? No. Perhaps if it's used... I'm sorry. Anything more would just be conjecture. Regardless, the Queen must be made aware to use this Gospel as soon as possible. I'd be more concerned with that than my own escape. Okay. Stell, Joshua. So we've got to part ways for a bit, Tita. I'm sorry. I hope that we could have stayed together longer. No, you don't have to apologize. You've just helped me so much. You treated me like a little sister. Thanks for helping Grandpa. And thank you for being my friend. I love you both. I love you too, sweetie. I wish we could take you with us. Thank you so much. Parting is such sweet sorrow and all that, but we have no choice. Maybe if you can save the tears for when we see each other again. You really can be a real jerk. But I guess this is where we part ways. A lot's happened, but you've taught us so much by letting us work with you. Thank you, Agate. Don't call me Mr. Agate, it creeps me out. Look who's embarrassed. You really are your father's daughter. Hey, Joshua. Don't let her get too out of control, you hear me? She's not half bad in combat. But there's more to being an adult than just that. That's not any of your business. Have fun playing Warhammer, Jacob. Just leave her to me. You take care as well. Take care of Tita and the professor. I will. Alright then. Let's get a move on. Farewell, children of Cassius. Stay safe, both of you. Thank you, Tita. Adios be with you. Be careful out there. Well, that just happened. I get worse injuries than this from shaving. I'm the Dark Seraph, signing off.